Council. Do we have any visitor or public comments this morning? We do not have any. I do want to make a special recognition of somebody that for sure has probably traveled the farthest to be in this court this morning. Anastasia right there. Anastasia is from Alsace, France. I had the pleasure of spending some time with her over the last week of events in the Castroville area, and she is staying until, when did you say?
June 15th.
June the 15th, she'll be around. She's also going to be taking the bar. What is it? Is it called the bar there?
Yeah.
Or do you go to the bar there? Because it's the same as the attorneys here. If you do both, that's all good. But she's will be doing that soon, and so she's spending quite a bit of time actually at our criminal district attorney's office. And today, she's practicing the criminal side mostly, but today Maggie brought her over to give her a little taste of what the civil side of it all looks like here in the good old USA. So, Commissioner, be kind today. We have a fresh young attorney over there.
I'm holding on to my book got over in 1846.
Yes. But welcome, Anastasia. We're so happy to have you here today. Awesome. All right, next we're going to take up agenda item number 3, and it's special recognition of Polly Devlin for 25 years of service to the Emergency Service District number 1. And I'm going to ask Chief Cook to come up first, if you would, Chief, if you'd like to come on up. And Polly, come on up. So, Chief's going to have some stuff also. I got a little something, but I'll let Chief say some words also. But Polly has been a fixture with our ESD number 1, not just ESD number 1, just our whole emergency service district for 25 years. Polly's had involvement in ESD 6 here in Hondo. She's helped people call her from ESD 4, people call from ESD 2. So Polly came at a time when we were just getting our feet wet with ESDs, learning what the rules were, learning what had to happen, and she's had a lot to navigate. And I always say we look at the rule book from when Polly started, it was about that thick, and today it's about this thick. So as things have changed and times have changed, but I know I personally have spent a lot of time and phone calls with Polly over the time that I've been with the county, and in my previous role, she was always a good source of information. Even if I wasn't looking for it, she's still a good source of information. So she'd call me and give me some information. I was like, I don't know if I wanted to know that, but thank you, Polly. But no, we're just, Polly's so happy, so proud of you, and thankful for you. I was having a conversation before with Polly, and Chief Cook can certainly attest to this. Chief Cook's come at a time where all of this foundation that was built over all these years, we finally got to the point in our growth and all of these opportunities that are in front of our county now that Chief Cook's been able to take all this foundation that was put together all these years ago and build certainly ESD 1 into something that I think this county can be proud of. So with that, I'm going to let Chief Cook kind of take from there.
You got where to go.
I just tried to put it out.
Absolutely. So when 25 years ago, so May 1st, 2000, Polly, I think, received a phone call from Marvin and said he just needed some help. There was no support structure, there was nothing. So over the last really 20 years, there's been 0 opportunities for recognition, is my understanding, right?
Yeah.
So she's just kind of gone along and has absolutely laid a foundation to build on across the county. I'm appreciative of it. I would not be here if it wasn't for Polly, not that she hired me, but she laid out the foundation for the board to go out and spend some money and do a big master plan to predict everything that's happening now. Again, 5 years ago, nobody, from what I hear, and again, I'm not from Medina County, the growth was always coming, but it never showed up. And then it finally hit. And so it's here, it is running through. And so I'm appreciative of it. Polly does work hard every day. And we don't know how much longer we have with her, but as far as that work. I appreciate the last 3.5 that I've got to know you, and we just wanted to get before the county. And while we all work together, we think it's such a big deal, and she's done such a good job for the whole county. We just wanted to do it here at Commissioners Court. So, Polly, we appreciate it. We're still working on all of our awards.
I got one too that we'll sign here in order for you too, from the entire court. So we'll get the picture with the court and maybe turn so they can see us together. Chief Cook. We'll get that one first. Okay, thank you. Molly, would you like to say a couple of words? You're more than welcome to. Oh, really, that's sign for you.
I just want to say thank you, and I could not have done it with, without the support and the people behind me, volunteer fire department and paid career firefighters, and Bruce Alexander over there. We have memories of a flood of 2002 and cooking breakfast in my house with ham radios and generators going and everything. So that's my tell you thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long ride, and I've had fun.
With any luck, we could use some ham radios and some flooding around here.
Thank you.
That's not a bad thought at this point. Molly, if you're okay with it, we'll get this to you because Commissioner Lawler is out today. He's getting his elbow worked on, so as soon as he can sign again, we'll get that over to you, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you again. All right, item 4. Oh, wait. Chief Cook said you need to get back to the office. No, I'm just
I do want to sneak out.
No, you're good. You stay as long as you like. Okay, number 4, discussion and take possible action to approve the April 21st, 2025 Commissioner Court meeting minutes. I think you all have a copy. What was in the agenda, we did make some additions, and they're just in the highlights on the pages there.
I'll make a motion that we approve the April 21st, 2025 Commissioners Court meeting minutes.
Sure.
I have a motion by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Sitter to approve the April 21st, 2025 Commissioner Court meeting minutes. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5, discuss and take possible action to approve personnel action forms. And Ruby, before Ruby does the PAFs, I would also like to take this moment to, first of all, thank Ruby for her time as HR director. And looking forward to, she'll be sworn in tomorrow morning, correct? Tomorrow morning she'll be sworn into the auditor's position, so congratulations on that. And thank you for what you've done for us.
Thank you.
And what you will do in the
Thank you.
future. And Then second, would like to introduce Nathaniel Ramos. Nathaniel, he comes to us after a 14-and-a-half-year career at Southwest Research. I'll say it here in a moment. And we're excited. He's going to be our new HR director. So just like to introduce everybody to Nathaniel. Excellent. Okay, Rudy, you can PAF it.
Okay, so last run. First PAF is Nathaniel Ramos, Human Resources under County Judge Niemeyer. Next one is Marcy Rice, Tax Assessor's Office, Niemeyer. Martha Garcia, Sheriff's Office, Retirement. Eric Luna, Niemeyer, Sheriff's Office. There's a correction on this next one, Jacob Munoz, he's with the Sheriff's Office, but the effective date should read May 12th instead of April 12th, and he is a new hire. The next one is Leonel Rodriguez, Commissioner Precinct 1. He decided to decline the job offer, so we had already sent the PAF to accept him on, and then he declined, so we're making that amendment. Cecilio Garcia, Commissioner Precinct 4, termination. Raimundo Hernandez, Commissioner Precinct 4, promotion and transfer. He will be the new foreman. Kumar Bhatta, PDO's office, increase within approved slot. Sharima Galateno Balayan, PDO's office, increase within approved slot. And that's it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the personal action form, and that is, Commissioner, assuming that includes the correction to Jacob Munoz.
Correction.
April 12th to May 12th? Correct. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, number 6, County Auditor Monthly Report. Good morning.
Good morning. This monthly report is for the beginning of May 2025. On page 2, you'll see our current cash on hand balance at $33.83 million. This amount does not exclude any funds. It also does not include interest for April 2025. That has not been reported yet. As far as tax revenue, we have reported March 2025 and are waiting to receive April. Going on to page 3, this will show you a breakdown of cash at the fund level. There are several I'd like to note. The 110 fund is showing negative $238,000. We are waiting to receive Operation Lone Star reimbursement for $230,000 and also a reimbursement from TDA in the amount of $11,520. The 131 fund for the PDO is showing negative $517,000, and we are waiting to receive funds from TABC for quarter 2. That amount is $533,000. And we are also waiting on the March contributions from all counties. Fund 132, the amount shown there is the funds that we received at the beginning of the fiscal year for the DA and the Sheriff's Office. And last, Fund 135 for FEMA is showing negative $80,000 for 17, and that is, we're waiting on reimbursement for the master drainage plan. And moving on to page 4, there's no changes to our debt schedule at this time. Our next payments will be for interest for CO 2019 and TAN 2024 in August of this year. That concludes our report. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Any questions? Thank you so much. All right, item number 7, discuss and take possible action to approve the line item transfers.
So we have 3 line item transfers. The first being related to the laptop that was purchased for the treasurer's office. It was originally purchased using the auditor's office code, and we're just rearranging that a little bit. You would like to see it as an asset under the auditor's office. The second is for a line item transfer for a cell phone allowance for our internal auditor, Sarah Sawdoff. And the third is for the PDO, moving funds out of salaries and into contracts and capital outlay for the remodel.
I will make a motion to approve the line item transfers.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Castiglione, seconded by Commissioner Sitter to approve the line item transfers. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 8, discuss and take possible action to accept indemnity bond number 23649. I'm sorry, I think I read down the start over. Bond number 2364949 from Teal Construction for the jail expansion and sheriff's office remodel. And this is a bond, they kind of outstanding, they still have Teal Construction, or I'm sorry, they still have Dawson on some electrical at the jail that they're trying to work through, that there's a discrepancy on, which is shown in the bond. And then they couldn't get us full release, because if you look, there's 2 of the people, Allegiance Floors, that have changed like ownership and the fire suppression company. And so they are giving us a bond so that we can release the last $130,000 that we owe them, and put it down around all of this, to make sure that everybody's protected until they finish all their negotiations.
So no more to have to finish all the things, all the things.
That's correct. Yeah, they still got, the big one is Dowson. There's a discrepancy between them that has to do with the fire conduit for fire. We have all the conduit they ran. So this was actually done through Gary and the other people we got on through.
Outside.
Yeah, outside.
I'll make a motion to accept the indemnity bond 2364949 from Teal Construction for the jail expansion and sheriff's office.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Motion was by Commissioner Sitter, second by Commissioner Castiglione to accept the indemnity bond for Teal Construction. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 9, discuss and take possible action to approve accounts payable.
Good morning. The total accounts payable is $1,623,089.65. All the invoices over $10,000 are on the front sheet, and there were also 2 wires totaling $147,047.83.
payable accepting the 51 forfeiture fund on page 11.
I'll second that.
I have a motion from Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Sitter, to approve the accounts payable with the exception of the 51 fund. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 10, discuss and take possible action to approve disbursement of funds since the last Commissioners Court meeting.
All right, since last Commissioners Court, we had utilities, fuel, and dental claims totaling $21,220.61.
I'll make a motion to approve the funds since this next commissioner court meeting.
Motion by Commissioner Sitter, second by Commissioner Lynch, to approve the disbursement of funds since last Commissioners Court meeting. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 11, discuss and take possible action to approve the county treasurer's monthly report.
All right, so this report is for the month of March 2025. The county combined funds is $36,628,474.13. And the month ending total debt owed to Medina County is $20,845,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the county treasurer's monthly report.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Caspioni, second by Commissioner Sitter, to approve the county treasurer's monthly report. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 12, discuss and take possible action to accept the donation to Medina County Animal Control from Maria Tony Flores in the amount of $20.
I'll make a motion that we approve the donation from the Flores' animal control.
Have a motion, Commissioner Lynch, second by Commissioner Sitter, to accept the donation to Medina County Animal Control from Flores for $20. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Discuss and take possible action to approve a final plat establishing Amanda Park subdivision, Phase 1, located in Precinct 2, Home County Road 381.
representative there. Okay, thank you. Well, I just want to commend y'all, the fantastic job y'all have done so far. I think that first section is about 2/3 built out. And now they're heading to the second section, which will run kind of east and west of County Road 381. If y'all haven't seen them, you need to all look at them. They're all, I think all duplexes right now.
Yes, correct, all duplexes.
All duplexes, and they are quite nice. With that being said, I'll make a motion to approve the final plat establishing Amanda Park Phase 2, located in precinct 2, Park County Road 381.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sitter, second by Commissioner Castelli, to approve the final plat establishing Amanda Park subdivision phase 2, located in precinct 2 on County Road 381. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 14, discuss and take possible action to approve a final plat establishing Westwood subdivision unit 3, located in precinct 1 on State Highway 211.
Anybody for anything here? Here you are.
Hiding back there.
You were hiding. So this is Unit 3. What y'all notice about this is there's only a very small portion within Medina County. It splits the Medina County, Bear County line. So actually, there's actually only four lots that are totally within Medina County and a very small portion of another two. But it still has to go through the community court. Everything looks good out there. I went out there and checked out the initial construction of the streets, and they look really good. So I'll recommend approval of the final plat establishing West Ridge subdivision Unit 3, located in precinct 1 on State Highway 211.
I'll second that.
Have a motion by Commissioner Castelli, seconded by Commissioner Sitter, to approve the final plat establishing Westwood subdivision unit 3, located in precinct 1, State Highway 211. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 15, discuss and take possible action to approve a memorandum of understanding with the Hill Country Community MHMR Center for the Mental Health Grant for justice-involved individuals, and we have multiple people here today going to talk through these items. So, Tony, Rudy, you're going to take it in first. At least that's what it says.
Commissioner, Judge, this program has been kind of a long thing that we've worked on with Hill Country MHDD, with Margaret Schweier's PAD office to go through the contract. It'll be effectively helping us reduce the cost and promoting mental health within the facility itself. We are going to have a peer-to-peer and a qualified mental health professional in-house at the jail. We're going to look over some of our inmates and the issues that they're having while they're in our custody. Specifically, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But that is the overall goal for a year. See how the program runs, costing the county nothing. These are resources, financial resources that MHCD was able to acquire.
So these are, what you're looking at in front of you is actually an MOU between MHMR Center, Hill Country, and the county, and basically agreeing to the fact that we will be housing a total of, well, there's two that will be housed in the jail. Now, MHDD did get a grant, 2 grants, to be able to fund these. Now, your next question is probably going to be, what does the county have to pay? There is actually an in-kind match for this. However, we are able to use, we'll be keeping track of the time that the jailers spend providing security for these individuals. as well as office space. So again, I want to clarify that this is not a Medina County grant. It's actually their grant, but we will be able to reap the benefits from having these 4 FTEs in the county. And you'll see the next one, there's 2 different funding sources, therefore the 2 MOUs to be able to agree to both of them.
So our cost is only providing security?
Yes.
Correct. Well, it's actually in people that are, we're using our people that are already there. So it's not additional people, it's literally just the people that's like an in-kind match. So this, I mean, this is really an exciting, it's been working on this for over the months, 8, for a year or more, a year probably. And so it's one more piece of the mental health. We've been really trying to get a handle on in our county. And it's unfortunate that in our jails, we have a lot of people that have mental health issues that really don't belong in our jails, they belong somewhere else. Yeah, but really they don't belong, a lot of them don't belong there. The way the system's set up, that's where they currently end up. And so the fact that we have some opportunity here to try to address those things and work with them, I think is a real win for the county, and it's a real win for the person that needs the assistance there as well. So I'm excited to finally get this done. And it doubled, so maybe it taking a year was a good thing, because we ended up with 4 instead of 2, so.
Correct.
That's good.
So this is actually from my understanding, a 2-year grant, and it's anticipated that the funds will continue.
I'll make a motion that we approve the MOU with the Hill Country Community HMR Center for the mental health grant for justice involved individuals.
Have a motion and a second motion was by Commissioner Lynch, second by Commissioner Sitter, to approve the memorandum of understanding with Hill Country Community and HMR Center for the mental health grant for the justice involved individuals. Any other discussion? The only thing I had is the comment was made about continued, and I do believe, based on what's going on right now at the legislature, where they are in budget, that I think the funds will be there to continue this for the next 5 million for sure.
Ruby, you said duration of 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. So on the Article 3, under their responsibility, it says that they will provide the crisis mental health services to the jail inmates 24 hours a day for 52 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I can speak to that. The crisis services are available to the jail in perpetuity. That's part of our existing contract with HHSC is to provide those 24-hour crisis services. This MOU would add those 2 additional positions to enhance those crisis services through the duration of that MOU. And again, we do anticipate that those funds will continue after that.
Okay. Because this one is only saying that you provide it for a year.
so I think the question is on the actual MOU, it says 52 weeks, which is a year. But when I talked to someone this morning, they told me it was going to last 2 years. So are we going to renew the MOU after a year?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That would
Okay.
be.
That answers my question.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 16, discuss and take possible action to approve that memorandum of, oh my gosh, I really didn't have to go on. Memorandum of understanding with the Hill Country Community MHMR Center for the Mental Health Crisis Response in Rural Communities through collaborative partnerships.
Same situation, Judge, different funding source.
So it's part of the same thing, but a different funding source. So we have to
This is
approve
for
it.
an additional 2 FTEs. So the first MOU is for 2 FTEs, and this one is for the next
It
additional.
came from a secondary source.
Also 52 weeks to be done every year.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding with Hill Country Community MHMR Center for Medical Health Rescue for Rural Communities through Collaboration Partner.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sitter, second by Commissioner Castelloni to approve a memorandum of understanding with the Hill Country Community MHMR Center for Mental Health Crisis Response to communities through collaborative partnerships. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 17, discuss and take possible action to approve a memorandum of understanding with Our Rescue to provide the Sheriff's Office with grant assistance for law enforcement agencies actively combating human trafficking and child exploitation. Chief Rodriguez, you want to come up and talk about it? Good morning. R&D, investigator R&D.
Yes.
Chief joined us this morning too. Criminal liaison, oh, we got everybody up there. Nobody up this one.
Are they asking for one here?
So, we are requesting permission to apply for a grant. The grant is to assist in downloading cell phones. Excuse me, with some of the cell phones that we collect, we only have 3 days to download. Currently, we either have to take it to Austin or to Laredo to have it downloaded. With this system, we can do it instantaneously. They're on site. Total amount requesting is $18,806.10. Hopefully, we'll get fully funded. If we don't get fully funded, we have also gone out to all the area law enforcement agencies within Medina County, asking them if they were willing to participate, and if so, to share the costs. We've had positive results and feedback. One agency wants to know numbers, which is understandable for their budgeting process. Once we are granted permission to apply, we will apply. We should know very quickly. Then to know how much money we're getting. We're not going to get all funded for 1 year, then whatever the remainders or whatever they're going to fund us, we can put hard numbers to it. Sergeant Oranda has been spearheading this project. Of course, our district attorney is also here to speak on behalf.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners. So every case, nearly every case that we investigate, from child exploitation to drug trafficking, violent crimes, there's always a cell phone involved. We had to take that cell phone either to Austin, San Antonio, Laredo, which takes time. Apple has just come out with a new update that if it's not downloaded within 3 days, or if there's no activity on that cell phone for 3 days, it reboots, so we lose all that information. And there's critical information on all of the devices, from pictures to locations to cell phones, contacts, that will help us stop the crime that's going on in Medina County and will result in better prosecution, more evidence for prosecution. There have been several cases that I've worked that we take that information and it helps get a conviction and send these individuals off. It would also make the Medina County and the residents here a safer place to live and to work.
And if I may add, from a prosecutor standpoint, this is absolutely essential. It's just unbelievable the amount of relevant evidence that you get off cell phones nowadays. As Chief told you, we're having to go out of area to get what we call these phone dumps. The problem with that too is not just timely getting information back, but you have to have a witness to sponsor that testimony. So now we're having to bring in witnesses from out of the area, and if these other individuals who are doing these phone dumps are doing this for agencies across the state, we're kind of at the mercy of their schedule. So a lot of times we have a trial going, and right now we're upstairs we're in Fort Dyer picking a jury on a murder trial right now. And when we want to have a trial, we need our witnesses here. So it's just, it's a great idea to have somebody right up the street at the sheriff's office that can do this in-house. It's going to be invaluable to prosecution of crimes in King County.
So over the last month, we've had at least 40 devices that needed to be dumped. Out of the 40, 13 of them were human trafficking cases. Excuse me, and out of that number 8 is under ICAC, and we're waiting results of 5 of those cases. So there is a dire need.
Could there be multiple, like multiple people that can do it?
Right, our plan is, excuse me, our plan is, like, for example, the sheriff's office would be Sergeant Orenday. If the other agencies, like Honda Police Department, we will train one of their officers that can come in and utilize that system, or Divine PD, Natalia PD, Castro PD, they can all come here, utilize that system to download for their agency. So there'll be multiple people that can access it.
So is it hardware and software, or just software, or what?
Both, it is a hardware and software, and it's not just for cell phones, so we also do a bunch of search warrants for Facebook, Google accounts, and it would put all that data together so we could actually read it instead of, I did a search warrant for Facebook and I got over 33,000 pages of information, and I have to go through every single one of those pages. This system would also collect all that data, analyze it, and put it where we could just look at all the pictures or type in keywords and to look for that information, look for locations, GPS locations, contacts, instead of going through every single page and looking at it.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm clear on what the item says. So we're approving a memorandum of understanding with County, we're doing that. And we have to do that before, then they'll come and give us, if there's grant money available, or what the shared cost will be, is that what we need to?
Yes. We're going to apply for the full amount.
Yes.
And hopefully they'll grant us the full amount. If not, then that's where we're talking with the other agencies.
But we need an MOU with them to go through
Yes.
that process.
Yes.
Yes.
So normally, we wouldn't really have that, we'd be going and asking for grant, but
Right.
so this is obviously a little bit different than how we normally have to do our.
So the company is Our Rescue. That's who.
Our Rescue, yes.
Yeah, so they will use Our
That's
Rescue.
our risk. Not our. There. That's called.
Have you not looked at historically other counties that, and police departments that have used this company and what are the typical grants that they receive?
So recently Seguin, Guadalupe County has received it. They just, I spoke with them here briefly. They're liking it. They were able to receive all the funding. Speaking with Great Key and Our Rescue, it depends on their funding. As soon as we could get it to them and it gets approved, if it's later throughout the year, then the funding is a whole lot shorter. If they just started in April, so they said we more than likely will receive the whole funding. It just depends on when we turn in the application.
So they have a set amount of funding that they do in grants then?
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking.
I make a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding with Our Rescue to provide sheriff's office with the grant assistance for law enforcement agencies actively preventing human trafficking, child exploitation.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sitter, and a second by Commissioner Castellano to approve the memorandum of understanding with Our Rescue. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I think this is paramount. I think this got to happen. I can't see no question, yes or no. This got to happen. I can understand the timeline you're dealing with and the information you're getting off these devices.
I think we just want to ask a lot of questions, and they're usually the ones asking all the questions.
That's good.
So we wanted to question them.
I'm just thinking of purely from a manpower, hours spent traveling to and from Austin, every hour you're on the road, you're paying for gas, you're paying for your maintenance and operation of your vehicle, you're paying the person's salary, and then on top of that, when the travel actually comes down, you're paying for somebody to actually travel down. So when you think about it, you add up all of those hours, and it becomes significant when you're talking about, 40 phones or something.
Correct. And it's not unheard of, if you download one phone, you discover relevant evidence that might link it to a co-defendant, and now they gotta download that phone, or if you're sending it to Laredo or Austin, or I think we used Purville for a while, and you're sending it out, and you're saying, hey, what kind of turnaround time do you have? And they say, you know, it's gonna take a month or two, and like, well, we just discovered this evidence, and we gotta get this, and we have trial next month. It's, we need it quicker, so this is a real blessing.
And our people are doing road times, where they have something. So,
No brainer.
okay, any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, thanks. Item 18, discuss and take possible action to approve contract number 52025 SYZ for participating entity service agreement for the statewide automated victim notification services savings.
Normally, we had this agreement with Prius. The Office of Attorney General, which is where this grant is through, went through a big process and have now given the vendor to Cygologist.gov.
Silogist.gov.
This one will begin on September 1st. The old one, which is Prius, will be ending on August 31st. We don't know the dollar amount, but whatever it is, the Office of Attorney General will reimburse.
Savings is something we use forever, but we're a new vendor for it through the state, so.
I'll recommend it, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
I recommend that we approve contract number 52025-SYZ for participating in disease service agreement with statewide automated victims notification service.
Have a motion by Commissioner Castiglione, seconded by Commissioner Sitter to approve contract number 52025 SYZ. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 19, discuss take possible action to approve the Texas Department of State Health Services Grant Agreement Contract Number HHS 00158400035 under the Regional and Local Services System Local Public Health Services Grant Program for the Health Unit.
This is our normal grant that we receive every 2 years. It is a 2-year grant for a total of $92,282, which equals $46,141 per year. It begins in September 1st of this year and goes through August 31st of 2027.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Texas Department of State Health Services Grant Agreement, contract number HHS 0015884000035, Regional and Local Services System, Local Public Health Service Grant Program for the Health Unit.
Second.
Have a motion as stated by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Sitter. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. Item 20, discuss and take possible action to approve a professional services contract with Bear Engineering and Environmental Consulting for asbestos investigation abatement for the new tax office location at 1502 Avenue M. This is required by the city of Hondo as we're going through our building over there. The total amount is $4,886.18, and this is the same company that we used when we did the elections building. Same Bear as who did that.
This is the Holloway building?
Texan
Texan.
Community.
Don't know about this here.
Community bank, the community bank.
Okay, and that's what we're going to check.
Correct, yeah.
We have time.
No, this is them just going in and look, the city requires it before they'll even do any of our permitting.
I'll move that we approve a professional service contract with Bear Engineering and Environmental Consulting, Inc. for asbestos investigation / abatement for the new tax office location at 1502 Avenue M.
Second.
Have a motion, as stated by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Castiglione, to approve the professional services contract with Bear Engineering. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 21, discuss and take possible action to pass a resolution authorizing the county judge to submit a request to the Texas Comptroller for unclaimed monies for electric cooperatives. You have that in your packet, and we have no idea if there's money there. Jennifer said we have to just submit it, and once we do the submission, if there's any monies, then they would send that to us.
I will make a motion to pass a resolution authorizing the county judge to submit a request to the Texas Comptroller for unclaimed monies from electric cooperatives.
Second.
A motion is stated by Commissioner Castellini, seconded by Commissioner Sitter. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 22, discuss and take possible action to accept the resignation of Juan Zamora as Board Commissioner of Emergency Services District Number 4. Juan has some work and obligations that he's had to take on, and he did send a note in. I think you all have a copy of that.
I will recommend that we accept the resignation of Juan Zamora as Board Commissioner of Emergency Services District Number 4.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Castellini, to accept the resignation of Juan Zamora as Board Commissioner of Emergency Service District Number 4. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 23, discuss and take possible action to appoint Leonel R. Garcia to fill the vacancy created by the resignation of Linda Rodriguez for the Emergency Service District Number 5 Board of Commissioners.
I will make a motion to appoint Leonel R. Garcia to fill the vacancy created by the resignation of Linda Rodriguez from the Emergency Service District Number 5 Board of Commissioners.
Second.
I have a motion as stated from Commissioner Lynch and seconded by Commissioner Castellini to appoint Leonel Garcia to the PSB 5 Board of Commissioners. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 24, discuss and take possible action to accept the annual financial report for the year ended September 30th, 2024 from Bandera, Valley, Medina, and Real County, Utopia, Vanderpool Emergency Services District Number 1.
I'll make the same motion as we've done on the rest of these. We don't actually audit these ourselves, but I will make a motion that we accept this financial report as written for September 30th, 2024 from Bandera Valley, Medina, and Real County, Utopia, Vanderpool, Emergency Services Number 1.
Second.
Have a motion as stated by Commissioner Sitter, seconded by Commissioner Lynch to accept the financial report from Utopia Vanderpool Emergency Service District 1. Any other discussion? Just as a side note, I think we'll have these, they're all due to us by June 1 is the date, and I think we're down to 3 of them now that we're waiting on. So I did send a note out this morning just reminding those that we were waiting on. So we should get those soon. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 25, discuss and take possible action to declare items from the following office as surplus or salvage and authorize for disposal. Justice Peace Precinct 4, salvage of office chairs, desks, file cabinet, HP printers, HP and Acer monitors, Fellows laminator, HP computer towers, and WIC salvage printers, DVD players, battery backup, typewriter, laptop bags, desk touch, rolling printer, a baby scale, and height boards.
I recommend that we declare items from the Justice of the Peace Precinct 4 and WIC as surplus or salvage and authorized disposal.
I have a motion from Commissioner Castellini and seconded by Commissioner Sitter to declare the items surplus or salaries that are listed. Any other discussion? The only other, let's see, on JP, who, you get back to them on that this is approved, or who's gonna, y'all are gonna communicate back to them? Okay, the only thing, there's that one like that, like one of the wooden chairs would have been like the old ones, like the oak chairs. Would you tell them to hang on to get Doug to pick that up? Because we have some others that are like it, and at some point we might be able to do something that's kind of, because those, I think that's like one of those really, really solid chairs that's in there. So if you would get them to, we can pick it up and bring it over to like Doug to the storage or something. Because I think there's some more behind the tax and appraisal office as well. So those are really good chairs. All right, any other discussion? All in favor, aye? All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 26, court member announcements.
It's been busy. It's going to get busier throughout the summer as the weather heats up, and we have the ability to continue our paving operations throughout all 4 precincts. In precinct 1, we've been doing a lot of brush pickup and trash pickup, trying to clean some of our roads. We're still having trees that are falling down. We did a recent push in the precinct to clean out some of the cattle guards that we have on our gravel roads. As we got some of the rain, you had some sediment that got in the cattle guards, and we want to maintain those. Plus, we have a lot of heavy trucks on some of them. So we go out there routinely and inspect those cattle guards to make sure that none of the pipe were broken, so it doesn't cause damage to somebody's wheels and tires. We're continuing to patch potholes. We're also shredding when we have the opportunity. I want to be very careful, since we are still within a burn ban, to not strike a rock and cause fire hazards. So a couple of days after we get some significant rain, we're out there shredding, because the grass is growing because we were getting that rain. We're doing some rework on some of the gravel roads. We are doing some spot widening on County Road 467. We had a lot of edge repairs that we needed to do out there. So we're continuing to work on that. And then we also recently held Precinct 2. They had made a big push to get a lot of their seal coat roads done early this season. So we're going to kind of help y'all out, combining some forces. That's all I got.
You covered me. You can help me every day. It's a great when we come together and everybody work like this. We did pay probably close to 9 to 10 miles. We got another 8 or 10 to go yet this season. And all I'm telling you, we got a paving crew put together right now. I can't imagine them getting any better. It's just, they're top notch. They really are. It's one of the things, when you send somebody out there, and you can forget about it until tomorrow, and they go drive the road, there's no questions asked. And again, I want to thank this court for allowing us to purchase this equipment. And another thing, a lot of people talk about these PIDs and TERS and stuff. They say, well, they're giving away money. Just here on our list today, the TERS and PID money that came in, okay, just take for one particular ranch, TERS and that Garland taxes for this year was $253,000. Well, if you don't live in Petranca Ranch, that number didn't affect y'all 1%. It's paid by the homeowners living in these subdivisions that's going out to pay for these energy charges that they're doing. I see on here where the ESD wanted $130,000. It's just, that doesn't come, that's coming out of PIDs and TERS money, not the individuals, people living in the county. The people in Catskill didn't pay, the people out in the county didn't pay, unless you lived in the PID zone. These things are working. And if anybody's here from Petranca Ranch, your PID assessment will be over with, it sounds like to me, January of 2026. So that whole PID is paid off. At that time, that PID money will be said go over to the HOA somehow or another, and they can run their own subdivision and do what they want to with these bid prices. So whenever you hear, first thing you say, well, we're give them away everything. Not giving away nothing. It's just a plus for the county, and it's a plus for the people living in the county for us to get into these type of subdivisions within the county. They're paying a lot for taxes. That's all I got.
Precinct 3 is good, doing the normal stuff, and have all of our topping rock call for our repaving of County Road 511. Just looking at scheduling the paving equipment and weather. We don't want to do it on a rainy day, which we hope they will have a few of, so.
That's it. Excellent. Commissioner Waller doesn't have anything to say today, so we haven't heard from him yet, so he must still be either in surgery or groggy or something, so nothing yet. Let's see, so we have a workshop, 10:30 workshop on the 19th, which will be after our court meeting for Baker Tilly, which is our salary study, so you'll just notate that for after it. Also, the court, you should all have a budget planning worksheet calendar that put together. Jennifer did such a nice job on for us, has it put together. So if you look over that, if you have any conflicts, let us know on it. Of course, as always, I'll just say that schedule is very tight. It's kind of, we work from when it has to be done backwards and to hit all the marks and the notifications and all the requirements that the legislature puts on us now. It is, there's not much wiggle room in there for hitting those dates. So we'll get, but if you have any conflict, please just reach out to Jennifer and we can work on that. The burn ban just was mentioned, so I thought I'd just kind of, definitely Commissioner Castiglione talked about it. Sure is nice to see some green out there and things on top. I would just tell you, we try not to take the burn ban just off and on because it gets really confusing. And we're not anywhere close to out of danger. We need a lot of rain. It is much safer to burn right now. And, anybody that wants to call over and the fire marshal's office, they'll work with them to do exceptions. I mean, to be reasonable on it. But we're in one of those situations we thought we would have, I was hoping this last little rain would have got us enough now, the one we just missed, to the one we missed again to get us out of it. So we're just teetering on the edge to the point of we could take it off and then 2 weeks later we're putting it back on. So we're trying to make sure that we're making a good decision about that. But if you have something to burn, there's a lot of safe places to burn at the moment, and they'll work with somebody on the exception if they need it. So that's all I have for mine this morning, and thank you to everybody. Thank you for the drive down from Kerrville this morning. Appreciate y'all being here as well. So with that, I think I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion second. We are adjourned. Thank you all so much.